Hello and welcome to Cascade High School in Clayton, Indiana. My name is Lec Zorn and I'll be bringing you all the action as your Cascade Lady Cadets challenge the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs in Game 10 of the Indiana High School basketball season. Well, after losing 7 seniors, including 4 full-time starters to graduation, your young Lady Cadets got off to an 0-6 start this season. But they've responded with 3 consecutive wins as a nucleus of 3 players have begun to establish themselves and give the team a solid inside-outside balance on offense. 5'10" sophomore Carly Gibbs has scored in double figures in 3 of her last 5 games and leads the team with 9.8 points per game, along with 4.5 rebounds and 1.7 steals per game. 5'11" sophomore Hallie Cansdale, after playing only 1 varsity game last season, has become a dominating presence under the boards, averaging 9.2 points and a team-high 8.2 rebounds per game. And 5'8" junior Bella Mahan has emerged as the consistent outside shooting threat that the Lady Cadets have lacked over the last 2 seasons. She has 9 successful 3-point field goals in the last 3 games, and on the season averages 6.6 points per game. The starting lineup is rounded out by 5'5" sophomore Juliana Schmidt, who averages only 3.8 points per game but is second on the team in rebounding with 4.7 per game, and 5'6" sophomore Emma Parsons, who averages 5.4 points and a team-high 1.8 steals per game. Tonight, the Lady Cadets try to close out a 6-game homestand by getting their 4th consecutive win as they host the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs, who look like they're starting to get back on track after 2 off seasons. Monrovia won sectional championships in 2014 and 2016, but went just 9-14 and 10-13 in the first 2 seasons under head coach Kevin Rounds. This season, the Lady Bulldogs are 5-6 and won back-to-back games last Friday and Saturday, but 2 of their wins came against Class 1A teams, 2 against Class 2A teams, and 1 against a Class 3A team. In contrast, Cascade's 3 wins all came against Class 3A teams. The Lady Cadets and Lady Bulldogs have one common opponent, Cardinal Ritter, who Cascade beat 42-39, but who beat Monrovia 49-34. Now, so far this season, Monrovia is led by 5'6" senior Michaela Swafford, who averages team highs of 14.5 points and 2.5 steals per game. 5'5" junior Madison Payne also averages double figures with 11.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game. 5'10" senior Lacey Whalen averages 4.5 points and a team-high 4.9 rebounds per game, while 5'8" sophomore Mallory Willett averages 5.2 points and 4.6 rebounds per game, and 5'7" sophomore Grace Whitaker averages 3 points per game. Cascade's head coach is David Carpenter, who's 48-34 in his 4th season with the Lady Cadets. Monrovia's head coach is Kevin Rounds, who's 23-34 in his 3rd season with the Lady Bulldogs. Well, at this time, we'll take a short break for a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with the opening tip-off. Cascade Monrovia coming at you live. Next. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net and Global Construction Management, Silver Partner Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're just a few minutes away from kicking off here. This is Cascade's 10th game of the season, so we're, believe it or not, almost halfway to the playoffs already. This is our 6th consecutive home game, and we're trying to close it out with our 4th consecutive victory of the season. After this, Cascade will go back on the road for 2 consecutive games, starting this Friday at Owen Valley, which will be the 3rd of our 5 boys-girls varsity doubleheaders on the season. We're going to be bringing you that one right here live on audiosportsonline.com. Hope you all will get down there. Spencer, where Owen Valley is located, is just about a 45-mile drive south. And that will be my 48th birthday. So, I'm really excited to be commentating for that special occasion. And then Cascade, a week from Thursday, will be playing at a very painfully familiar opponent, South Putnam, the Lady Bulldogs, who have, the Lady Eagles, who have eliminated us from the tournament in the last 2 seasons. So obviously that's a game we really want to win in the worst way. And then we won't be back here at Clayton for another 18 days after today. That will be a Saturday afternoon game against a new opponent on the schedule, the South Dearborn Lady Dragons, who are visiting us from the lovely community of Aurora in the Cincinnati suburbs. A very long road trip for the Lady Dragons. I'm not sure how we ended up getting them on the schedule. And, maybe somebody, from Cascade, somebody on the Cascade staff went to South Dearborn or vice versa. Sometimes when teams from that far away end up on each other's schedule, there's a personal reason for it like that. But anyway, it'll be cool for me because it's, I'm from Madison, Indiana. I attended Madison Consolidated High School, and we played South Dearborn in sports. So it's very rare here in my commentary career in the Indianapolis metropolitan area that I ever commentate anybody who I remember Madison playing when I was growing up. And then we will also be at home in the first week of the new year as part of the Hendricks County Tournament, which Cascade will be finally hosting for the first time after that tournament has existed for more than 100 years. So it's been a long time coming. But the Lady Cadets have, the Cascade has proven itself to be a great host school with their annual girls basketball sectional. So great to see that they finally got the tournament. And, the Hendricks County Tournament is one of my favorite sporting events of the year. And they're having a different format this year. I don't know if they're doing it permanently or just a one-year thing, because usually the tournament starts on Tuesday and it runs for 5 days, where the first 4 days alternating between the boys' quarterfinals and the boys and girls quarterfinals and semifinals before the first, third, and fifth place games for the boys and girls all take place on the Saturday, so that's 6 games. However, this year they're having a special format. Maybe it's because, New Year's Day is a Tuesday this year, and they don't want to play on New Year's Day. Or maybe it's just because they want to encourage more fan support. But basically the way they're doing it is that on Wednesday afternoon, they're playing the girls' teams from Brownsburg and Danville, followed by the boys' teams from those 2 respective schools. And then those games are scheduled to start at 2 and 3:30 p.m. And then in the evening at 6 and 7:30 p.m. respectively, we're going to have Cascade playing the girls and then the boys from Plainfield. And then on basically from there the tournament will go to the familiar format on the last 3 days, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's not quite true. On the Thursday, we'll have the remaining quarterfinal games. We're going to have Avon versus the Avon girls versus the Tri-West girls at 6, and then the Avon boys versus the Tri-West boys at 7:30, and then we're going to have the Avon on Thursday the 3rd. We're going to have the Avon Tri-West girls game, and then we're going to have the winners from Wednesday's girls game, the girls games going against each other, and then then Friday we're going to have the same thing with the boys, and then finally like then Saturday, everybody, all the boys and girls from all 6 schools will be playing. They have starting at 10 a.m. and then running roughly every hour and a half. They're going to have the girls and boys fifth, third, and finally championship games. Fifth place, third place, and championship games. So I hope I didn't confuse you there. I apologize if I did, but we'll be talking more about that in the weeks to come. But I'm already very psyched about it. It's one of the weeks I look forward to in sports the most every year, but more so this year now that it's at Cascade. And for a long time it was at Danville every year, and Danville has been a great host school. I always loved getting down to Danville. But now they're starting to rotate it around. The 6 high schools every year. So I'm glad finally Cascade gets its well-deserved turn. But yeah, I'll fill you in more on the schedule as we get closer to that date. And now Monrovia entering the court, ready for the game with their green jerseys with white letters. So both teams having commentary-friendly color schemes on their jerseys tonight. This, by the way, these 2 teams have played every season for the last 19 seasons, counting this one. In that time, Cascade has an 18-8 series, 18-8 edge in the series. However, in tournament games, Monrovia has a 5-3 edge. Cascade, however, currently is on a 4-game winning streak against the Lady Bulldogs, the most recent win coming in the semifinal round of last season's sectional, with which the Lady Cadets won by a score of 50-34. But anyway, after Cascade got off to that 0-6 start, I kept on telling you all to keep your heads up and the better times are on the way. And I did believe myself. I wasn't just saying that. But I will say that I am pleasantly surprised the way that they've come on strong the last 3 games. But the way that one thing I've noticed about basketball, when you're dealing with young teams, there are times when a player will unexpectedly emerge as a star. And I won't go as far as to say that anybody on this team is a star yet, but I think we have potential stars in the making right now. Particularly Hallie Cansdale, who I think is going to be a very dominant inside player. I mean, she's starting to become a consistent double-double player, and I think, and she's only a sophomore, so I think that by the time she's a senior, she is going to have a great opportunity to, really be, one of the top centers here in Central Indiana and be a very solid college prospect, especially if she continues to grow. She's 5'11" now, so if she grows to be over 6 feet, especially, I think once recruiters see a 6 as the first digit in your height, it's such an eye catcher. So certainly Hallie is doing a lot of great work, and I think certainly she and Bella Mahan have been feeding off each other since Bella Mahan certainly has suddenly been on this barrage of 3-pointers, and then Carly Gibbs, who's a good offensive player, not yet a great offensive player, although I think she has great potential, and she's really very capable on offense from both the inside and the outside. She's 5'10", so she can take it on the inside and get a lot of short range shots, but at the same time she's a good enough shooter that she hits a fair number of outside shots too. And Hallie is such a strong plugger on the inside and has a size advantage, not only vertically but horizontally against a lot of the centers she plays against. So she's able to get a lot of the missed shots and put them in. And her offensive rebounding has been really strong the last few days, and that gives us a solid nucleus to build around. And of course, that nucleus is going to be back next year. With when Carly and Bella will be seniors and Hallie will be a junior. And at that, we will pause for the national anthem.
At this time, we would ask that you please rise, kindly remove your hats, and face the flag at the west end of the gymnasium as we celebrate our freedoms, those who currently protect it, and to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Well, thank you to Cascade for that lovely rendition of the national anthem. We have a crowd right around 100 people here tonight. I counted, I believe, 97 in the last few minutes before I went on the air. And right now it's 37 degrees here in Clayton. We had a high of 43 today, which is about the best 43 degrees has ever felt to me, as cold as it's been lately. I just hope this winter isn't as bad as last one as far as the cold goes. But anyway, yeah, I like what they're doing with the Hendricks County tournament, that they're, having, rather than just having the boys one day and girls the next day, that they're in the, on the first day, they're having both the boys and the girls, from the same schools play back-to-back. So that makes it easier for the fans who want to support both the boys and girls from their schools to do so, and just, be able to go and watch back-to-back games rather than, maybe like having, one game at, 6 o'clock one night and then another game 7:30 the next night. And I've never seen this before. Bella Mahan actually high-fived, and now Juliana and Dixie Short's doing as well, high-fiving the referees, and now so is Juliana Schmidt and Hallie Cansdale. So it's really good sportsmanship there. I don't ever recall. I'm not saying it's never happened before. If it has, I just haven't taken notice of it. But anyway, this is a game. Monrovia is a decent opponent coming in at 5-6. Cascade, not quite as good a record, but has played a tougher schedule and has, higher quality wins. So now for the opening tip-off, we have Hallie Cansdale, as usual, for Cascade. And then for Monrovia, we have Mallory Willett, a very promising 5'8" sophomore. So Hallie with a solid 3-inch height advantage there for the tip. And it is controlled there by Cascade. Juliana Schmidt gets it over to Emma Parsons, back to Juliana, back to Emma. Now over to Bella Mahan, down to Juliana in the right corner. Inside to Hallie, back out to Bella, puts up a 3. She hit it! Yes! Yes! Bella Mahan, her 10th 3 in the last 4 games. So what a great way to start here in the first 30 seconds. Cascade with a 3-0 lead. Hopefully the first of many for Bella in this game. So now for Monrovia, we have Madison Payne, a 5'5" junior, handling the ball. She gives it over to, and now inside, and now some good ball movement early going by the Lady Bulldogs. Payne over to Mallory Willett. Now inside there to Gracie Whitaker. Now outside to Leah Craig, a 5'7" senior. So now Mallory Willett there, giving it over to Payne. And near midcourt, Monrovia showing no hurry. Now Leah Craig there inside, and now it's nearly stolen by Hallie, and Juliana gets the tip, gives it up to Emma, who brings it past midcourt. 6:27 to go here in the first quarter. So now Bella over to Emma. Across to Dixie Short. Now Emma with the ball over to Bella. Puts up a 3. No good. Off the rim. Rebound there by Payne. Boy, that would have been awesome to start off with 2 consecutive 3-pointers. But nevertheless, Cascade still looking good here in the early going. Got a 3-0 lead a little over 2 minutes into the game. Whitaker with the ball and now over to Payne. Back to Whitaker. Puts up a 3. No good. Air ball. And rebound by Schmidt, who's been doing a good job attacking the boards lately. Gives it up to Emma, who brings it past midcourt. Now over to Bella. Back to Emma. To Juliana. Fakes a 3, then passes over to Bella, who puts up a 3. No good off the left side of the rim. However, Emma gets the rebound now inside to Hallie. Posts up. Turned around, puts it up, air ball. And Monrovia controls the rebound. So it's still a 3-0 Cascade lead early on. Now drive to the basket. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Hallie the rebound. gives it to Emma. Emma brings it past midcourt. 3 minutes into this game now. Juliana over to Emma. Over to Bella. Over to Emma. Now over to Bella. To Emma now. Over to Juliana at the top of the key. Now she drives into the lane, and we got a foul. I think they're going to get Michaela Swafford for a reach-in. Swafford, the leading scorer for Monrovia. She's a 5'6" senior. Should be playing college ball next year. Probably somewhere around the Division III level. Now, the inbounds pass, she was trying to hit Hallie, but the pass was stolen there. Swafford has the ball, brings it up. Fakes a three, gives it up to Payne. Cascade won the JV game 23-20. So Craig now, and now some Monrovia doing a lot of passing. Payne now over to Swafford, over to Whitaker, and nearly loses control. Now inside to Craig, turnaround jumper, no good, and rebounded by Juliana. She gives it to Emma. So exactly halfway through this first quarter now, Cascade with a 3-0 lead. Bella Mahan hit a 3-point field goal. Now Dixie Short over to Emma, and she turns around, and the ball's knocked away. Now down to Swafford, who's now pulls up a three-pointer, no good, off the rim. And now rebounded by Payne, puts it up, and she's fouled. So Madison Payne apparently will go to the line for two with 3:41 to go here in the So now Madison Payne will go to the free throw line for two. And she hits it. So now 3-1 your score. And we have a very loud fan here who's apparently trying to distract Payne on her free throw shooting, but she does hit both of them nevertheless. And it's a 3-2 Cascade lead with 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. So now Lauren Gutig into the game for Cascade. She's a freshman who's shown some promise lately off the bench. And now a three-pointer by Bella, her fourth attempt of the game. She missed it. She hit her first one, has missed the subsequent three. But it's okay, you know, she can get on a hot streak. So now Madison drives to the basket. Madison Payne drives to the basket, no good. Hallie pulls down the rebound, gives it to Bella, who gives it to Emma. And Bella, she hasn't been forcing shots. She's been taking good shots. They just haven't fallen. You take good shots. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. You just got to keep it up. So now Bella cross court to Lauren Gutig, inside to Hallie, out to Juliana. To Hallie, now to Bella, to Emma. And now Emma tries to pass to Bella, but it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade with 2:49 to go here in the in the quarter, the first quarter. 3-2 Cascade lead. And now a three-pointer again. No good, that time by Juliana. Whitaker brings it down, and she pitches inside. Now outside to Swafford for three. No good. Hallie the rebound. Gives it to Bella, who brings it past midcourt. Very low scoring game so far. Nearly 6 minutes in. Cascade with a 3-2 lead. Juliana now over to Emma. Over to Lauren Gutig. Now cross court to Bella. And now her pass nearly stolen, but Emma gets it. Passes down to Hallie. Outside to Lauren Gutig for three. No good. Juliana the rebound, however. And now pitches inside there to Bella, who brings it out past the three-point line, over to Emma. Back to Bella. Long three. In and out. Rebound by Lauren Gutig, however. And a pass to Emma is tipped out of bounds to Cascade with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Very low scoring game so far. Cascade 3, Monrovia 2. Lady Cadets have played well, taking good shots. They just haven't fallen. Now inside to Hallie. Pitches back out to Bella, over to Juliana. She dribbles near midcourt. Now inside, now to Hallie, who's now standing around the three-point line. Pitches over to Emma. 134 to go. Now out to Hallie, over to Emma. Drives to the basket, puts it up the glass, no good. And Madison Payne comes up with the rebound, pitches down to Swafford now. Over to Payne, jumper just inside the free throw line, no good. Hallie the rebound, gives it to Bella. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. It's a 3-2 Cascade lead. So now a drive to the basket, and she draws the foul. That's so Juliana Schmidt will be going to the line. So I just realized it just hit me. Carly Gibbs is not in the game tonight. She's our leading scorer on the season, averaging just under 10 points a game. Now Dixie Short, the senior who got the start tonight in Carly's place, now comes back in. Now baseline jumper, no good. Knocked out of bounds to Cascade with 1:02 to go in the quarter. Schmidt with the ball. I'm sorry, foul on Schmidt, foul on Schmidt. I apologize. I thought the official had signaled that it was out of bounds to Cascade. But anyway, Payne with the ball now. Now, three-pointer there, and it is in and out. However, Whalen comes away with the rebound, gives it over to Swafford. So now a steal there by Emma, and she gives it up. She traveled though, so it will go back to Monrovia with 27.9 seconds to go in the first quarter, and your score: Cascade 3, Monrovia 2. And yes, this is basketball, not soccer, not baseball, not softball. And now Hallie knocks the ball out of bounds. It was a pass intended for Whalen there. Now inside to Payne, over to Whitaker, and now Hallie, good job knocking the pass over to Bella, and now Emma brings it up. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Now inside to Hallie, puts it off the glass. She hits it. 4 seconds left, and now Whitaker brings it up. And half-court shot at the buzzer, no good. So Cascade has a hard time getting their shots to fall, but they do escape the first quarter with a lead. Your score after 8 minutes here at Clayton: Cascade 5, Monrovia 2. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the Cadets: Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, the North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, and Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student-athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're about to start the second quarter with your Cascade Cadets on top in an extremely low-scoring game, leading the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs by a score of 5-2. And keep in mind that the final score of the JV game was 23-20 with Cascade winning, and Monrovia missing a shot from about half court at the buzzer that would have tied the game and sent it into overtime. Cascade has played well. They've played hard despite leading scorer Carly Gibbs being out, hopefully just for this game. Hopefully she'll be back for that big road game at Monrovia at Owen Valley, on Friday. So now starting off the second quarter, Kira Davis with the ball for Monrovia. She is a 5'5 junior. Now inside to Craig. Pitches out to Payne, back to Davis. Now inside to Craig, back out to Davis, drives to the baseline. Pitches inside to to Willett, who lays it in with her first points, and that cuts the lead to 1. Monrovia has never led. Cascade scored on a three-pointer in the opening seconds, and then their only other points since then were a lay-in by Hallie Cansdale in the final seconds of the quarter. So they had about 7.5 minutes of scoreless ball in between. And now the ball knocked out of bounds to Monrovia with 7:14 to go here. Cascade's taken a lot of good shots. They just haven't fallen, so I think they're going to be fine in this game. So now Craig loses it but gets it back. Pitches inside to Willett, who gets her second field goal in a row. And Monrovia takes the lead for the first time at 6-5. So Mahan with the ball. Now Dixie short for 3. No good. Rebound there by Willett, who suddenly is starting to become the player of the game. Gives it up, and now Swafford over to Payne, over to Davis, and now inside to and now 3 in a row by Willett. Suddenly she's starting to take this game over, and Cascade wisely takes a timeout here with 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. Your score: Monrovia 8, Cascade 5. It was 5-2 at the end of the first quarter, but now the Lady Bulldogs opening the second quarter with 3 consecutive short bank shots by Mallory Willett to take an 8-5 lead. So certainly Willett actually scoring amazingly, almost as many points here in the first minute and 25 seconds of the quarter as the two teams combined for in all of the first quarter. So hopefully that timeout will get the girls settled. We are playing without our leading scorer, Carly Gibbs. So now, but we even without her, we still should win this game. So Emma gets the ball, and nice full court press there by Monrovia. And now I don't like that. It was, and now, however, Cascade does good job getting back on defense. But yeah, we can't succumb, to their pressing defense the way we did against Cardinal Ritter, which nearly cost us that game a week ago tonight. So now inside to Craig, and now she I think they got her for travel there with 6:09 to go here in the second quarter. Cascade trailing by 3. Monrovia has suddenly started this full court press now. And now Hallie with the ball behind the three-point line, pitches across court to Bella. And now over to Emma, back to Bella. In the first quarter, Bella hit a three-pointer in the opening seconds, then had 3 unsuccessful three-pointers later in the quarter. Now Emma with the ball, dribbling near midcourt. 5:43 to go in the second quarter. Now she pitches over to Juliana, drives to the baseline, puts it up and hits it. So Juliana with her first points of the game. And that cuts the lead to 1, 8-7 here. And now drive to the basket, and she travels. That was a travel there by Madison Payne. So Cascade with the ball. 5:29 to go in the quarter, trailing 8-7. And so a field goal will put us back in the lead. So now Bella with the ball. Over to Emma. Drives past midcourt. Down to Hallie. Over to Emma now to Juliana. She's behind the three-point line. Dribbling now. Over to Emma now at the right perimeter. Now her pass is tipped, however, and stolen there. And looked like Jalen Teeters wanted a fast break. Didn't get it, however. Now a short bank shot by Davis, no good. And Emma brings it up for Cascade. Lady Cadets, we just got to keep our composure and not be intimidated by this defense. And now a three-pointer by Emma, and she hits it. She swishes it. Yes. So we go back ahead, 10-8 now. So now Davis with the ball over to Payne. Back to Davis. Inside. And now her pass is tipped, and now Bella comes away with it. Emma brings it past midcourt. No full court press this time. So Juliana now over to Dixie. Now her pass, however, stolen. Davis, so one-on-one to the basket, puts it up and in. So Davis with her first points, and it looks like Cascade's going to take another timeout as we are tied at 10 now. 4 players have scored for Cascade. No, it was Monrovia who took the timeout, excuse me. Cascade's ball handling getting a little sloppy here in the second quarter. So even though it was Monrovia who took the timeout, I hope Coach Carpenter just uses it. Just tell the girls to settle down and protect the basketball like a newborn baby. Nearly a quarter and a half through this game, we're tied. Playing without Carly Gibbs. Hopefully she'll be back on Friday. But, you know, the main thing with this game, we've taken a lot of good shots that just haven't fallen, you know. So if we keep taking good shots, I think they will eventually fall. Monrovia is a decent team, but they're not a scary team by any means. We've beaten them 4 straight times, including in the sectional semifinal last year, 50-34. So now here's the full court press again. And now Emma now over to Lauren Gutig back in the game. Over to Emma coming off that three-pointer. Now over to Bella. Long three. No good off the backboard, so she's missed her last 4 after hitting her first one there. But I just want her to keep shooting from there because she's proven that she can hit it there. However, right there, Whalen just laid it in to put Monrovia back up 12-10. And now we've got a whistle here. So Bella will be inbounding. 3:37 to go here in the second quarter. Cascade trailing by 2. Very low scoring game, 12-10. And now to get Lauren Gutig down at the baseline, over to Emma. She's dribbling over to, and now down to Gutig over on the right perimeter. Over to Bella, inside to Hallie, puts it off the glass, and she hits it. So Hallie Cansdale ties it. She has 4 now. She's averaged 12 points a game over the last 3. She's threatening to emerge as a regular double-double queen. So now inside to Whalen, now over to Craig. To Swafford. Long 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Teeters. And now Swafford with the ball again. Over to Teeters behind the three-point lane. Over to Swafford. And now a jumper blocked there by Juliana. Fight over the loose ball. They waited a long time before calling the jump ball, but they finally did. And the possession arrow favors Cascade, so we're tied at 12 here with 2:40 to go here in the second quarter. A lot of missed shots by both teams. Oh, and now pass it was too high, and it goes out of bounds to Juliana made a good grab for it, but it went out of bounds to Monrovia here. So now Teeters over to Swafford, guarded by Juliana. Now over to Whalen. So good ball movement by Monrovia. And now inside. And now the shot, no good. Bank shot there by Whalen, no good. Hallie pulls in the rebound. Now Emma with the ball. Over to Lauren Gutig at the left perimeter. Inside to Hallie. Back out to Emma. Over to Lauren. Back out to Emma again. Over to Bella. Inside to Hallie. Out to Juliana. Fakes a 3. Drives to the baseline. Loses control. And now we've got a jump ball possession arrow favors Monrovia with 1:53 to go in the second quarter. 2 teams tied at 12. My name is Lec Zorn. I'm the voice of Cascade Athletics. We're coming at you live here on audiosportsonline.com. This is the last game of a 6-game homestand. Our 7th home game of the season. And now Swafford with the ball. Over to Payne. And over to Whitaker, back to Payne. to Teeters, now back to Swafford. Now over to Whalen, to Teeters, now back to, and now Whalen puts up a 3, and she banks it in. It didn't look like it was going, but it did. And Swafford finally gets her first points of the game, and that gives Monrovia a 15-12 lead over Cascade. And now a steal there by Teeters, by Swafford, who lays it in. So Swafford gets 5 points just like that after being completely shut out for the previous all of the previous game. And Cascade now a game high 5-point deficit. Now a 3-point by Emma, 3-pointer by Emma, no good. And now I think Juliana just committed an over the back there. Only the third foul against Cascade. There have only been 2 against Monrovia. 46.5 seconds to go. I don't like the way Cascade's finishing there as Juliana sits down now. Taylor Mays, the other senior on this team besides Dixie Short, coming into the game now. We've just gotten sloppy with the ball, and now Payne drives in and lays it in uncontested. She has 4 now. So now all of a sudden it's a 9-0 Monrovia lead. Now we've got to avoid falling in here. Now inside to Hallie, and now we got a jump. Now they got a reach in. However, they had 4 fouls to give, so it's a non-shooting foul. That's going to be on Wayland. That's her first. So come on, girls, let's get some points here. We don't want to go into the locker room trailing by 7. So now inside to Hallie, puts it up, no good off the backboard, off the rim, excuse me. So 14 seconds to go now. Payne with the ball, over to Whitaker, inside to now over to Willett, now to Payne, jump shot. She drains it just inside the 3-point line. And now Cascade's coming apart at the seams, and they don't get a shot off. So very concerning late second quarter collapse. With Cascade giving up the last 11 points. They go into the locker room trailing Monrovia 21-12 on audiosportsonline.com. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're at halftime with your Cascade Lady Cadets surprisingly trailing the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs by a score of 21-12. It's a game in which we had an extremely low-scoring first quarter in which Cascade took a lot of good shots that simply didn't fall, but Monrovia's most of Monrovia's shots didn't fall either, and the Lady Cadets had a 5-2 lead. Second quarter, however, Monrovia started a very effective full court press. Cascade got rattled, made a few bad passes, and Monrovia started to hit its shots. And after Cascade led 12-10, the Lady Bulldogs closed out the half with an 11-0 run to bring us to our current score of 21-12. Look at the individual statistics. First of all, for Cascade, Hallie Cansdale leads the way with 4. Bella Mahan and Emma Parsons have 3 apiece, and Juliana Schmidt has 2. Meanwhile, for the Lady Bulldogs, Madison Payne and Mallory Willett have 6 apiece, while Michaela Swafford has 5. Kira Davis has 2, and J.C. Whalen has 2. So, looking ahead to the second half, Cascade still is in this game, but we have to get back to basics and figure out what got us on this 3-game winning streak. Certainly, it's hurt that some of the good shots we've taken haven't fallen, but we've got to make sure we don't let that, shake our confidence. We have to take, keep taking good shots, and we have to find that inside outside balance. With Carly out of the game, that makes it a little bit more of a challenge, but it's still very doable if Bella hits a few three-pointers, and then if, Hallie starts to, just attack the offensive boards, and if we get the ball into her so she can get some more easy points. We have not utilized her enough on offense tonight, and I think Coach Carpenter will probably talk to the teams at the team about half. I think Coach Carpenter will probably talk to the team about those things at halftime. But we've got to make sure that we don't get rattled by their defense the way we got rattled against Cardinal Ritters, or to a more extreme example, Tri-West, going back to that very painful loss where they got 24 steals against us 2 days before Thanksgiving. We've come back strong and won our 3 subsequent games since then. Hopefully we'll win this one tonight. But we've got to make sure that we play our A game here in the second half and, not get rattled, because, this is something where this is a game where to lose this one, it would not be a tragedy. It would not be a it wouldn't be an utter embarrassment, but it would be a big, big, big disappointment. A team that we it's a team that we certainly have the potential to beat, even with Carly out, and certainly we don't want a letdown after the momentum we've built over the last 3 games. We want to keep the momentum going in the right direction. So, if we come out and play our A game in the second half, we're going to have a very good shot to get this one. So, we just have to make sure that we stay focused and play good fundamental ball, no unforced errors, take only good shots, and, play good defense as well. And we do all those things. I think, we got a good shot to be all right. I just don't want to let down. I don't want this game to be a step backwards, So that's my big concern right now, and that's why I'm so dispirited by the way that we played to close out the first half. So, it's like I said in the closing seconds of the game, right after we beat Cardinal Ritter a week ago tonight. They're not easy on our hearts, but we love them anyway, referring to the Lady Cadets. And now they come back a little sooner than I thought. A little more than 4 minutes left on the halftime clock. So Coach Carpenter not giving his girls as much, or at least not as long of a good talking to as I thought he might. But anyway, nevertheless, it's great to it's always great to be here at Cascade, and I've gotten so spoiled coming here, so much over the last 3 weeks, and now it's just going to be so. Now it's going to be, so. It's going to feel so crazy not to be coming out here 2 or 3 times a week. There, after tonight, we will have a boys' game here a week from tonight against Greencastle. And then after that, I will not be back here until 2 weeks from Saturday. That'll be after Christmas. That's the next Lady Cadets home game when they play, as I said earlier. They play the South Dearborn Lady Dragons. And then after that, the next home games will be part of the tournament, the Hendricks County tournament, the first week of January. And then beyond that, then our next home games beyond that will be a boys-girls varsity doubleheader against Cloverdale on Friday, January the 11th. That will be the last of our 5 boys-girls doubleheaders. Next one will be Friday on the road at Owen Valley. We'll be bringing you that one. on audiosportsonline.com. And then the two teams will play, Cascade will play their boys and girls quarterfinal games in the county tournament back-to-back on Wednesday, January the 2nd. The boys and girls will play against Plainfield as part of a new format for the Hendricks County tournament this year, which I hope will be a permanent format. I think it's a great way to get more fan involvement. And wow, I figured that it would be Monrovia who would be returning before Cascade, and now the Cascade's been gone for more than 2 minutes, and now now finally Monrovia returns. But Coach Carpenter, maybe he thought that it was what they needed to do was just so simple he didn't need to harp on it for 6 or 7 minutes. But yeah, if they just get Hallie and Bella involved, I think we got a good shot to come back and win this one. But it's important that we start strong. If we get down, say 12, 14, 16 points, that's going to be very hard to come back from. I've seen the Lady Cadets, make an epic comeback each of the last 2 seasons, from 20 down 2 seasons ago at Avon, and then last season from 18 down at Cloverdale. So it can be done, and we're only down 9 in this game. So, it's not. It's very doable. What we need to start strong. We need to start strong. Both of those games, the at Avon game and the at Cloverdale game I just mentioned. We had started building our momentum in the second quarter of those games, especially in the Cloverdale game. We closed out the half, I believe, on a 16-1 run after trailing 30-12, and then against Avon, we were down 39-19, and we didn't build a lot of momentum in the second quarter, but we did get the last 4 points to close out the half, and then chipped away little by little, and finally, got it. Finally took the lead. I think we took our first lead after the comeback. I think in the last minute and a half. So now starting off the second half here. Juliana over to Emma. Over to Bella. Back to Emma. Now over to Juliana, cross court to Bella. Wide open for 3. No good. She's missed her last 5 after hitting her first. But she got a good look at it. She took a good shot, just didn't fall. That's okay. But now we got to come up with a stop of our own. So now Craig out, and now inside there to Craig, out to Payne, over to Whitaker. Out to Payne again. Cross court to Swafford, puts up a 3. Oh no, she hit it. We're down by 12 now, and it's a 14-0 run there by the Lady Bulldogs. We're in trouble. We're not out of it, but we're in trouble. We've got to get something going. We've got to get some points. Now inside to Hallie. Turn around, a spin move, and she hits it. We need a lot more of that. So that finally breaks the 14-0 run by Monrovia, cuts the lead to 10. Hallie only 4 points in the first quarter. She's averaged 12 over the last 3 games. Now Michaela, however. She misses the 3, however. Whitaker gets the rebound, gives it back to Michaela. She, passes over to Madison Payne. No good. And Cascade pulled away with the rebound. However, a bad, sloppy, careless pass. Madison Payne gets it, brings it down. However, we're lucky. And there's Swafford over the back against Bella Mahan. We are very, very lucky that we got out of that without giving up any more points. And that was a foolish foul there by Swafford. And that's her second, team first. I believe there were only 5 fouls between the two teams in the first half. So Mahan now over to Cansdale. Back to Bella, cross court there to Emma. And now a short jump shot, no good. However, Hallie gets it and puts it up, no good. And rebound there by Bella, gives it to Juliana, puts it up off the glass and hits it. So we got 2 offensive rebounds there that time. Boy, that's really good for us. So Juliana with 4 now. 24-16 now. And now a good double team there by Juliana and Dixie. And Monrovia takes a timeout. So all of a sudden, Cascade showing signs of life. We've responded to the 14-0 run with a 4-0 run of our own. We need a lot more, but it's a start. And Monrovia takes a timeout here with 5:55 to go here in the third quarter. Your score, Monrovia 24, Cascade 16. You know, it's still an uphill battle, but I feel a lot better than I did a minute or two ago. But yeah, we got to get, you know, and even though Hallie missed that time, you know, it was still the right idea. We got the ball into her. You know, she used her size. She missed the bank shot, but she makes that a heck of a lot of the time. And, you know, we got the offensive rebound, and Juliana ended up getting the score. You know, you're not going to make every shot, but, you know, you got to just keep on. If you keep on taking good shots, eventually they fall. So now Cascade better hurry up. Okay, I don't know how much time. Okay. Because Monrovia was already in position. I just wanted to make sure that we got back in position in time. So now Cascade. Now on defense, 2-3 zone. Swafford with the ball over to Payne. Now cross court to Whitaker. Now across court to Swafford, puts up a three, no good, and now the rebound is put up and in there. That was Willett. She has 8. Now there's that full court press again. Bella with the ball now, pitches over to Short, back to Bella, over to Emma, now to Juliana, back to Emma. Now back to, and now Schmidt drives the baseline, and let's see, we got a foul. It's going to be on Swafford. Good. That's her third. Good. We can take advantage of their leading scorer being out of the game. Swafford averages 14. And now Hallie puts it up and in. So Hallie has a team high 8, and the lead is now cut to 8. So still 13 minutes now left and now Madison Payne left wide open for a jump shot, no good, and Cascade gets the rebound. We're starting to get some momentum back here. So now Gutig, Lauren Gutig with the ball over to Emma. Now now another pass there by Emma. Okay, it's a steal there. But Madison Payne traveled. Very lucky break. We've had a couple of very lucky breaks to start off the second half here. You don't want to rely on lucky breaks. I mean, you got to take advantage of them when they come, but they're not always there for you. So don't rely on them. There's a near steal there, and now a wide open three, no good, and we got a foul there. I think it's going to be against Cascade. I think it's going to be over the back there on the rebound attempt. That three-pointer there would have cut it to 5. That's on Lauren Gutig. That's her first, team first. We got to take advantage of Swafford being out of the game. So now Cascade doing a little full court press of their own. And now Payne with the ball. And now a nice steal attempt, knocked out of bounds by Short. Knocked out of bounds to Monrovia with 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. Monrovia 26, Cascade 18. Cascade playing without Carly Gibbs, hopefully just for this game. And now, they got it. And now there was a loose ball, and while I believe it was Davis was lying on the ground, she got the timeout there. So Cascade, nearly a quarter and a half. They got a little over a quarter and a half to make up 8 points. They're finally starting to show some signs of life on offense here in the half. It's not too late, and now we've got their leading scorer, Michaela Swafford, on the bench with 3 fouls. So this one is not out of reach yet. You know, I remember when we trailed Avon by 16 at the half on the road 2 years ago, I commented that we only needed to make up 1 point per minute. You know, we had 16 minutes to make up 16 points. It's not even that daunting now. We have 12 minutes to make up 8 points. Let's do it, girls. But we got to play our A game. So now, inside there, no good there, and Cascade got the rebound. Okay, good. So now Emma brings it down. I think she just wasn't paying attention from behind. The ball knocked out of bounds off of her to Monrovia. We've got to be careful with the ball. We're not being careful, still not being careful enough. And now Schmidt coming in for Parsons. And now Davis with the ball, bobbles it, but comes away with control. And now we've got a whistle here. Let's see what the call is. Now Lauren Gutig coming into the game for Cascade. I did not catch who sat down. So Payne with the ball now. Cascade in a 2-3 zone. Now drives in, and now it's off of it's a kick and ball violation against Cascade. So 3:23 to go here in the third quarter. Monrovia with the ball, leading by 8. Very low scoring game, 26-18. Carly Gibbs not playing tonight for Cascade. And now Davis with the ball inside there to Whalen, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. I think they're going to get Hallie for it, but I believe that will be her first. Okay, it's on Gutig, which I'm glad about because I think Hallie is the player we need the most right now. So Whalen on the free throw, no good. No good. Whalen, good size at 5'10", built very similarly to Hallie. She does hit the second one. She becomes the 6th Lady Bulldog to score, and it's a 9-point lead. Come on, girls. 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes to make up 9 points. 2-3 zone there by Monrovia. Lauren Gutig now, inside to Schmidt, but it's tipped away, and now Swafford comes in, and she travels. So another lucky break for Cascade. We've got to capitalize on this one. And now Cascade takes a timeout with 2:46 to go here in the third quarter. So now I'll tell you, I just really want us to head off on after the 6-game homestand. I want us to head back for these next 2 games on the road with good momentum. I don't want us to go on with a setback. We've overcome too much, these last couple of games, these last 3 games. We had solid wins against Brown County and Edgewood, and then a very uneven performance against Cardinal Ritter that nevertheless was an upset win over a Class 3A team that entered the game at 6-2. I don't want to set back tonight. I don't want to step backward. And yes, being without Carly Gibbs hurts, but, still we should get the win tonight, even without her. So now Schmidt with the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. Monrovia 27, Cascade 18. Come on, girls. So now into the game for Cascade now. We have Maddie Mays. She is a 5'10 sophomore. She wears number 0. Now Dixie Short at the left perimeter. Now inside to Juliana. However, it's knocked away. She gets it back, puts it up, and draws the foul. So Juliana goes to the line for 2. Now we got to hit our free throws. In fact, I believe this is the first time we've been on the free throw line all night. Juliana with 4. Come on. She hit it. Swish. Gets encouragement from Hallie, Bella, and Maddie. Now, come on, let's keep it up. She hit them both, yes. She has 6 now. So it's a 7-point deficit. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Swafford brings it up. And Whalen with the ball now at the free throw line, guarded by Hallie. Pitches over now to a driving Swafford. Short jump shot, no good. And we got the rebound here. It was Juliana. We can cut it. We can make it. Oh, no. And now it's just her passes. Oh, God. That was terrible. Swafford stole it and drove down, and it could have been cut down to 4 or 5. Now it's back up to 9. Swafford, the first double-figure scorer of the game, with 10. And now another sloppy pass inside to Hallie. It's stolen away. Madison Payne drives down and scores, and it's an 11-point game. So our ball handling really going to hell again. And that's, the number one thing that's costing us this game right now. Now we're down to 11. Now inside to Hallie, out to Maddie. Long 3 by Maddie. No good. Rebound there by Juliana. And let's see. And it's a foul. They got her for the foul. Well, that's Schmidt's third, and now Davis coming in for Swafford. So Cascade, when we had it down to 7, 2 consecutive bad passes that were stolen and converted into Monrovia field goals. And now it's a nice steal there. Drive to the basket, puts it up, no good. And now Teeters gets the rebound for Monrovia. And the ball knocked out of bounds to Monrovia with 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And the Lady Bulldogs with an 11-point lead. This is not the way I wanted us to end the homestand. So Payne with the ball now. And now it's steal there by Juliana, but Payne steals it back. And now we've got a whistle. And they got Schmidt. That's her 4th. She'll likely be coming out of the game now. Yes, and now Dixie Short coming back in. I'm sorry, Taylor Mays coming back in. And now Payne with the ball, baseline jumper, no good. And fight over the rebound, jump ball, possession arrow favors Monrovia with 21.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Monrovia 31, Cascade 20. Very disappointing performance by Cascade, even without Carly Gibbs. So Davis with the ball. Over to Payne. Looks like Monrovia is going to hold for the last shot. Cascade playing a 2-3 zone. 10 seconds to go now. Over to Davis. 8 seconds. Now back over to Payne. Back to Davis. And now a steal there. And now pass down court there to, but there's no shot. So your Cascade Cadets, 8 minutes left to salvage this game. They trail the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs by a score of 31-20. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the Cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, where we're about to start the fourth quarter with your Cascade Cadets trying to pull off a come-from-behind win. They trailed the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs by a score of 31-20. It's a game in which Cascade should have been a mild to moderate favorite coming in. However, the absence of 5'10" Carly Gibbs, our leading scorer, and sloppy ball handling from late in the second quarter and for a lot of the third quarter has put us in a deep hole now. We're trying to climb out of it. Now we've got Emma Parsons handling the ball now. Out to Maddie Mays, inside to Hallie Cansdale. Posts up, puts it off the glass. She hits it, cutting it to single figures. Cansdale has 10 points, our first double-figure score of the game, so we're still in this. But we got to get a stop here, and we got to handle the ball like a newborn baby. So Swafford drives to the basket, draws the foul. It's going to be on Cansdale. That's her second, team fifth. It would be great if Emma missed both of these. Michaela missed both of these, excuse me. Not that I wish her any harm, but okay, it's in and out. We've got to, capitalize on every break we get. And now Lauren Gutik coming in for Maddie Mays. And I don't like, the fan shouting. I don't like artificial distractions. And Swafford is the second one. She has a game-high 11. So now Parsons with the ball. We got a full court press again. Taylor Mays now cross court over to to Lauren Gutik, and she drops it out of bounds. So another unforced error is doing us in as we trail by 10 points with 7:19 to go in the game now. Kira Davis with the ball now, giving it up to Swafford, who brings it past midcourt. And now Payne with the ball, and now she gets around, but her shot is missed, and Hallie gets the rebound, gives it up to Emma, and now she's fouled there. And I think they're going to get Payne for the reach-in. That's only her first, however. Not a shooting foul. That's the fourth team foul against Monrovia. Coming with an even 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to make up 10 points. Come on, girls, let's do it. So now inside, and it's stolen, however, and now we got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Monrovia. Another ball handling collapse. We just are not taking care of the basketball, and it's killing us. And that not Carly Gibbs' absence will be the reason that we lose this game if we do end up losing it, which right now looks like it's about an 85% chance. So now Akira Davis now inside, and now all of a sudden Willett lays it in. She's the second double-figure scorer for Monrovia, and now it's a 12-point lead. I believe that's the most that Monrovia is led by in this game. Under 6.5 minutes to play now. We've got to get something going here. Schmidt with the ball over to Bella. Fakes a three. Now over to Short, who gets her own rebound, gives it up to Hallie, puts it up. No good. Air ball, rebound by Swafford. I think Hallie just hurried a little bit too much that time to get the shot away. So now Payne with the ball. Under 6 minutes to go. Monrovia with a 12-point lead. Now we got to make up 2 points a minute. And now a drive to the basket by Swafford. She hits it, and now it's a 14-point lead. And now our chances pretty bleak. So now Dixie Short over to Schmidt. And now another steal there, and now Willett drives to the basket, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound, however, by Payne. So this has just been, terrible, terrible ball handling from late in the second half on. And now no good there on a short bank shot there. And Cascade does get the rebound that time. But we're down by 14. Now Bella for three, in and out. And now rebound, however, by Juliana, and she's fouled in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line for two with 5:03 to play. 5:03 to make up 14 points. Juliana going to the line. No good after at least three bounces. Wow, this is very concerning. And now we got a timeout here. So with 5:03 to go, Cascade trailing by 14, trying to pull off a very improbable comeback. But I can honestly say, and it breaks my heart to say this, as much of a Cascade fan as I am, I try to call it as I see it. But Cascade simply does not deserve to win this game. Not the way that they've taken care of the basketball. And the only time I ever recall saying that before was in the last minute and 20 seconds or so of our loss to South Putnam in the sectional semifinal. Season before that, where we, were eliminated, ending the season of maybe the best Cascade team in history, a team that really should have, at the very least, won the sectional, if not more. And I believe was a dark horse contender for the Class 2A state championship. But, yeah, that game, Cascade, it was the game of their lives, and they just showed up flat and unprepared for what South Putnam threw at us. And this game, we've just, been completely – we've just handled the ball very badly. And then part of it is that, we've missed a lot of good shots. It's not the missed shots I have a problem with, because we've taken very few forced shots in this game. We've taken good shots for the most part. It's the ball handling. As Juliana hits the second one, she has 7 now. 5 minutes to make up 13 points now. And, being a homer commentator, which I am, does not mean, not recognizing when the team needs to be doing something better. So now Payne with the ball there on the right perimeter. Now over to Davis, over to Swafford. Monrovia can afford to take its sweet time, up by 13. And now Craig out to Swafford. Now drives the baseline. Now it comes back out over to Davis. Now Monrovia's consumed 40 seconds on this possession. Payne jump shot, no good, and now fight over the loose ball. And let's see, I think they're going to get Payne for a foul there. That's her second, team 6th, so one more and we're in the bonus. I don't know how much good that'll do us this late in the game, but we'll see. So now Emma fakes a 3, drives coming off a pick by Bella, and she hits a floater. So Emma has 5 now, cutting the lead to 11. Under 4 minutes to go, however. We've got to get a stop and soon. We can't let them run off another 40 seconds like we did last time. And now got a foul there on Dixie. She fouled Kira. Dixie Short. She fouled Kira Davis there. That's our 6th. So each team now 1 away from getting into the bonus. Now into Craig. Now out to Swafford. Thinks about a 3. Then now does put up a 3. No good. And we got the rebound. So now Emma's not paying attention, and she throws another bad pass. It's intercepted by Madison. Drives to the basket and misses, however. And now Bella for 3. No good. And now chase down. Emma gets the rebound, however. Now gives it up to. Now Emma fakes a three, and they got her for a travel, however. And the way she bounced the ball back to the officials, she did it with it looked like a little anger to me. 3:07 to go. So Monrovia with the ball, 3:07 to go, and an 11-point lead. This has been a disastrous ball handling performance by Cascade, just absolutely disastrous. So now an even 3 minutes to play. And now a nice steal attempt there, and now they got an over and back violation. So Cascade with 2:54 remaining and an 11-point deficit takes over now. So now short, and now a three-pointer by Emma, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound there by Willett. So now a nice steal attempt there. And we do get the steal. So one-on-one to the basket. Emma puts it up, and she hits it. And now that cuts the lead to 9 with 2:26 to go. So Cascade with just a little bit of a bleak chance there. Emma with 7 points, 5 of them here in this quarter. So our margin for error is 0, but we are still slightly in this one by the just a little bit. And and now the cheerleaders chanting CADETS, cadets are the best. And in this game, however, they have not been the best team, and I give all the credit in the world to Monrovia. That Monrovia's brought their A game, or at least very close to it tonight. Cascades really brought its D game, and really I'm tempted to say, when it comes to ball handling, we've brought our F game tonight, or at least very close to it. It has been, bad passes, are the story of the game. The missed shots, I'm not going to complain about the missed shots for the most part because most of them were good shots. I am going to complain about the bad passes. That's something that we desperately need to address, and we're nearly halfway through this season now. So now Payne double-teamed there. She gets it past midcourt. Now tries to take it all the way in herself, but then pitches out, and now just triple-teamed there. And now Swafford fakes a three. Now over to Payne. So and now Emma, did she get an over? I thought she got an over and back violation. And now Payne loses control. It goes out of bounds to Cascade. 2:07 to go. We're trailing by 9. We're still slightly in this one. So now Juliana drives over to Maddie Mays, and they hacked her. So she'll go to the line. Monrovia getting a little too aggressive there. So finally, Cascade gets into the bonus with 1:58 to go. Maddie Mays wearing number 0. She is a 5'5" sophomore. Her first free throw is up and good. She swished it. All right. Second one, no good. It's an 8-point game, 1:58 to go. And now a steal, and now Juliana's fouled. I think she was in the act of shooting, I think. So she will go to the line. So now Schmidt at the line. Come on, Juliana, hit them both. Oh, no, she missed after 2 bounces. Free throw shooting still needs work, although that's not our biggest problem tonight. Second one is good. She has 8 now. And it's 7-point deficit, so we're still slightly in this one. But we got to get a stop very quickly. And now, the ball knocked out of bounds to Monrovia, 1:39 to go. So now, Swafford to inbound. And now she pitches inside to Willett. Now over to Whalen, and she's fouled there by Bella. So now that puts Monrovia in the bonus there with 1:36 to go in the game and a 7-point lead for Monrovia. 36-29. Whalen going to the free throw line. Now Hallie coming in for Maddie. No good on the free throw. And Juliana comes away with the rebound. We can make it a two-possession game here. Now over to Bella. Over to Emma. Three-pointer. She hit it! She hit it! We're still alive. She cuts it to 4. All right. Now we're playing, excellent defense. And now I think Monrovia got a timeout there. They were in danger of a 10-second violation. So all of a sudden, Cascade, they've cut it to 4 with 1:18 to go. And Emma with 10 now. She's tied with Hallie for the team lead. And I'll tell you, I love these Lady Cadets, win or lose. And I do get on them when I know they could be playing better. I know they're capable of a lot better than what we've seen from them tonight. And but yeah, right now, we still got a game to finish here, and we still have a shot to pull off the improbable come from behind win, trailing by 4 now with 1:18 to go. Our margin for error is still just about 0, but it's we got to play defense. We got to get every rebound. We got to make every free throw. And we have to and finally last, but really I should say first and foremost, protect the basketball like it's a newborn baby. And I'll be honored if that phrase ever catches on with anybody here at Cascade or elsewhere. But anyway, back to action here on the inbounds pass. And they're having a hard time, and they finally get it into Davis. And it's a nice full court press by Cascade. And Monrovia does get it past midcourt. And now, we got a steal there. All right, drive to the basket, pushes down to Juliana, puts it up, and it's a 2-point game with a minute to go. We're still in this one. Come on now. And now that we fouled Madison Payne, it was Juliana who committed the foul, and I believe she just fouled out, but not before cutting it to 2. Juliana with 10 points. She has fouled out Lauren Gutig, the freshman. Hallie Cansdale's coming in, excuse me. Lauren Gutig got up, but it's Hallie who's coming in. Oh, my God. We might be going down to the wire after all. An incredible comeback by Cascade. So Madison Payne on the free throw line. No good. No, it does bounce in. I'm sorry. I got a little overexcited there. It bounced, took a very high bounce, but then came in. But if she misses this, it's a one-possession game. Madison Payne with 9 points now. And her second free throw is up and no good. And we got the rebound. We can tie with the 3. Oh, a sloppy pass, but Emma still controls it. Got it past midcourt. Maddie now with the ball. Over to Bella for 3. No good. Hallie, the rebound, puts it up. She hits it. It's a 1-point game. 33 seconds to go. And now going for the steal. Let's see, we got a foul. I think they're going to get Emma for the reach-in. Hallie has a team-high 12. It's going to be on Emma Parsons. That's our 9th foul. Swafford going to the line. Even if she makes both of them, we can still tie with a 3. She misses it. A field goal will put us in the lead. Emma with the ball brings it past midcourt. Now, and now Emma with the ball. Come on, no bad shots. You might want to take a timeout here, set something up. And now a near steal, but it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade with 15.7 seconds to go. Come on, girls. Let's finish the job. Let's finish the job. Now inside to Bella. Now over to Short, to Emma. And now, did they commit a foul? Or did Cascade take the timeout? 9.1 seconds to go in the game. Cascade trailing by 1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, we're on an 8-0 run right now when it looked like we were out of it. Oh, my God. This would be a comeback for the ages. If we just got to finish the job, 8.1 seconds to go. Man, Cascade, after, playing about 2 full quarters of, handling the ball very badly, they've suddenly turned it on defensively. Their shots have started to fall. And, they've just been digging down deep inside. It's been an incredibly courageous finish, win or lose here. And I know I think I've been about as negative in my comments toward Cascade as I ever have. But, I still believe in this program, and I think that, I think there are better days ahead, and hopefully we'll have, hopefully one of those better days will be today by completing what would be an epic comeback. So now Cascade inbounding the ball. It's Bellis inbounding. We also have, so it's throws in to Hallie Cansdale, and let's see. I think they got Hallie for over the back, but let's see. 8.5 seconds to go. Oh man! So now, now they're in the double bonus. Now even if Waylon hits both of these, we can still tie with the 3. So we're not out of it yet. But this has been an incredible performance. And now, let's see. And now Lauren Gutig looks like she's set to come into the game. I'm not sure what's. There's no. Apparently, there's a lot of confusion. Now it looks like Monrovia will be inbounding. But yeah, that should have been if the foul was against. Yeah, I believe it should have been free throws by Waylon. I'm not sure what is going on here. Maybe there's some rule that maybe I'm unclear about the rule, but so now we got to get a steal here, and so we can commit the foul with 6.3 seconds to go. Madison Payne will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Now, even if she misses, even if she hits both of them, we can still foul. We can still tie with a 3. So we're still in this one. But yeah, this is. I'm amazed that Cascade, that they're still in this game, and I'm proud of them for still being in it. We still have to work on the ball handling, but anyway, Madison Payne on the first free throw, no good. So it's still 1-point lead, and now Hallie coming in for Maddie. Come on, girls, let's pull off the comeback for the ages. So, Payne on the second one, no good. However, Waylon gets the rebound. We got to get the ball, and we commit the foul with 4.8 seconds to go. Darn. Golden opportunity. So, Cascade has wasted so many opportunities in this game. So come on, hopefully, even if she hits both of them, we can tie with a 3. But yeah, Monrovia's certainly done quite a few things to let us stay alive here. And now Waylon hits the first. She has 2 now. Now if we get the rebound, well, she banks the second one in, so now we got to get a 3. So now take the timeout, and we have 4.87. We're going to have to go the length of the court. 4.8 seconds and get a 3. So Bella Mahan hit her first free throw. She hasn't. She hit her 3-pointer in the opening seconds. Hasn't scored since. She's missed, I believe, 5 or 6 threes in that time. Maybe she has another one in her. Maybe Emma Parsons does. She's hit a couple of 3-pointers in this game. But the point, whatever it is, we just got to get the 3 from somebody. And we, have to make sure that we treat the basketball like it's a newborn baby. Because knowing Monrovia as well as I do, I think they're going to really press us and make it very hard for us to get a good look at the basket here. So now Monrovia, they return to the court with Payne, Willett, Whalen, Swafford, and Davis. And now Cascade breaks the huddle, and they return with Short, Parsons, Cansdale, Mahan, and Lauren Gutig. 4.8 seconds to go. We need a 3-pointer to tie the game and send it into overtime. Come on, girls. So Short with the inbounds pass. Oh, and it's a bad pass, and that sums up the game. Well, there's nothing wrong with losing. There's everything wrong with losing for the wrong reasons. Cascade, while they did, to their credit, give a great effort in the comeback tonight, they did not deserve to win this game. And that last pass, just another example of just poor ball handling that really did us in tonight. So your final score here tonight at Clayton, Monrovia 39, Cascade 36. And we'll be back with a recap and a look ahead after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners Electric Plus and Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student-athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton for a final time tonight, where your Cascade Lady Cadets have just finished a very disappointing performance in which they lost to the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs by a score of 39-36. It's a game in which both teams were ice cold in the first quarter, after which Cascade led by only 5-2. However, in the second quarter, Monrovia's shots began to fall, and they closed out the quarter on a 21-0 run to make it 21-10 as Cascade's ball handling became unraveled late in the second quarter. Throughout the third and for about the first half of the fourth quarter, the two teams played about even, with Monrovia generally having about a 7 to 12 point lead. Finally, in the end, Cascade made a furious rally with an outstanding defensive effort, and finally started to shoot better. And like I said, cut the lead to 1. However, the Lady Cadets were done in by poor ball handling, and I'll look forward to seeing the final statistics for this game, but I bet Cascade had at least 20 turnovers tonight. They committed one sloppy pass after another, did not take care of the basketball, really underestimated the defense of Monrovia, how good they were at steals. And what for the most part they failed to make adjustments after Monrovia kept on stealing our passes over and over, and with 4.8 seconds to go, trailing by 3, we had the chance to tie with a 3-point field goal. However, the pass inside was also sloppy, and also the inbounds pass by Dixie Short was also sloppy and stolen, and that's how the game ended. So anyway, look at the final statistics. First, the final scoring. First of all, for Cascade, we had a 3-way tie. Oh, excuse, no, that's not true. Hallie Cansdale led the way with 12 points, followed by Emma Parsons with 10 and Juliana Schmidt also with 10. Bella Mahan with 3, coming in the first seconds of the game on a 3-point field goal. And then Maddie Mace had 1. Meanwhile, for the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs, Michaela Swafford overcame her foul trouble and led the way with 13 points, followed by Mallory Willett with 9. Madison Payne, Michaela Swafford had 13. Mallory Willett had 10. Madison Payne had 9. J.C. Whalen had 3. Hold on just a second here. Okay, Michaela Swafford had 13. Mallory Willett had 10. Madison Payne had 9. J.C. Whalen had 3. J.C. Whalen had 5. And, Michaela Swafford had 13. Mallory Willett had 10. Madison Payne had 9. J.C. Whalen had 5. And Kira Davis had 2. So I apologize for that confusion there. So anyway, in conclusion, this is a game in which Cascade did miss a lot of good shots tonight. Bella Mahan, when you live by the 3, you die by the 3. Cascade didn't, try to live by the 3 tonight, but Bella Mahan was off. Her shots were just a little bit off. She took mostly good shots. After her first 3-pointer that she hit, I think she hit 6 or she took 6 or 7 more that she missed. But I was glad she kept taking them because they were mostly good shots that were very makeable. And next time she could nail 4 or 5 of them, which would have given us the win tonight. But the free throw shooting, we really didn't take enough free throws tonight to get to really gauge where we are in that area now. But the main thing by far tonight, just poor ball handling from late in the second quarter on through the rest of the game. And had we not done that, had we had even average ball handling tonight, we would have won the game pretty comfortably. And there's really not a whole lot. And I will say there's not a whole lot more that I would say as far as weaknesses to this game. I mean, it was the ball handling by far. Everything else, all our other weaknesses tonight were very minor. We had trouble getting our shots to fall, but I don't think we took more than 4 or 5 forced shots the whole game. One thing I will say, I felt like we didn't go inside to Hallie Cansdale enough in the first half, and by the time we started going inside to her more often, and she still ended up with a team high 12. But I think had we consistently gone to her the whole game and she ended up with 18 or 20, I think we probably would have pulled out the win. And yes, I know we did play the game without Carly Gibbs, and it's almost certain that we would have won had she been in there. But it's also important to understand that we could have and should have won without her. If we had played even a B game tonight, I think had we played a C game tonight, I think we would have won. I would grade us overall a D for this performance tonight. I will say one good thing: the ball handling. Our defense got really good near the end, and I think had we, started matching their full court press, when they did, I think that would have helped as well. But, we let them set the tone and, be the aggressors for the majority of the game. So, I would give our ball handling an F for tonight. I'd give, most other areas of the game, I'd give us, probably a C plus, a B minus or better. There were a lot of things we did well. It was just the ball handling. I mean, that's what has to be addressed by far more than anything else. And as painful as this loss was, um, I'm going back to that Bob Knight quote. I'm so depressed I don't want to. I'm so depressed I don't even want to talk. You know, I think this reminds me right now. I'm not suggesting that Coach Carpenter do this because I think this is just I think it's kind of silly, although funny at the same time. Several times over the years, Bob Knight, after a bad loss, when he was at IU, he would tell his players how bad they were, and then to come back and tell them if they still wanted to have a team. And of course, 100% of the time they would come back and tell them that they do want to have a team after all. And, John Feinstein, mentioning that in his book, A Season on the Brink, said one can only imagine what might have happened if finally one of the players came to Knight and said, "You're right, Coach, it's hopeless, let's cancel the season." And I'm not suggesting that Coach Carpenter tell his girls to, come tell them if they still want to have a team or not. Nor am I suggesting that the girls tell him that, it's hopeless. But, it's one of those things. This loss made me think about when Knight would do that. And certainly we do have a lot to work on. And while I'm never glad when Cascade loses, I will say that this loss can end up being the best thing that's ever happened to the girls if they will let it. If they will let it. Now, they can use it, sometimes losses like this can break you down emotionally, and, your season will just, go down the drain. Like I remember, for example, I grew up in southern Indiana following University of Kentucky athletics, and I remember one time they made the biggest comeback in NCAA Division I basketball history. I think it was 33 or 36 or something like that. They came down to beat LSU back in 1993, and LSU, there weren't a ton of games left. I think there were 4 or 5 left, but LSU lost every game the rest of the season after that. I think their spirit was so broken. I hope this doesn't break the girls' spirit. But in a way, I'm glad that they lost tonight, that their comeback fell short, because I think had they come back to win, I think it would have sent a message that they can play badly for half or even 3/4 of the game and still get the win. What I hope the message they get from this win is that comebacks are not always available. We've seen the team make incredible comebacks the last 2 years against Avon, 20 to Avon 2 years ago, 18 to Cloverdale last year, both games on the road. I hope this is a wake-up call for the girls, and they realize that the comebacks are not always available, and that if you don't take care of the ball, it will come back to bite you. And I think the next 2 days are not going to be any fun, for these girls in practice. And and I'm hoping that they will, remember, how they feel now, and how they feel in practice the next 2 days when they get, when they work on trying to fix what went wrong in this game. And if they do that, they can still, they can still, come back and have a winning season and, make some noise in the tournament. I know Cloverdale looks like the odds-on favorite to win the sectional, but, if we bring our A game, the rest of the season, I don't rule out that we win, a game or two in the tournament, especially if we get a good enough draw and we take advantage of the opportunities that we have, and any breaks that we have. And that was another thing. I mean, Monrovia failed to capitalize plenty of times on turnovers tonight, and we did rebound well, and I think when I see the final stats, I think we probably will have a decent edge in rebounding, but we just failed to capitalize on all the times that we did rebound their missed shots. So. Anyway, we still have about 12 or 13 games left to tune up for the playoffs, and if we will, let this loss be the best thing that ever happened to us, then we will, Still win a lot of games down the stretch. And again, this team is going to be a lot better next year. And we were playing without Carly Gibbs tonight, but it's the execution that's discouraging. But hopefully they'll come back and give us a very encouraging performance. And on Friday at Owen Valley, and I will say a lot of times, several times over the years, when Cascade did something badly in one game, they came back and did it a lot better in the next game. And I'm going to make an analogy now to what happened in during the football season. That victory over Danville opening night, I got super psyched and lost both my voice and my mind about 80% of the way. When we beat Danville, then we come back the next week and get massacred by Monrovia, and the kids seem to give up about the middle of the third quarter. And when we beat Danville, I was on top of the world, felt that we had turned the corner and everything was going to be great the rest of the way. And after Cascade overcame that 0-6 start to win the last three games, I thought we had turned the corner and we weren't going to have any more let-down performances. Well, tonight we regressed. It's sort of like, to use an analogy I've used several times on the air, it's like when you're a parent and your kid goes a week without spilling a glass of milk. You think, okay, the kid's never going to spill a glass of milk again, and then he does. Well, our girls, spilled a glass of milk tonight, but now we just have to clean it up and come back strong for the next game. And, speaking of which, that next game is on Friday night on the road. In fact, it will be the first Lady Cadets road game. The first Lady Cadets road game in, let's see, since it'll be in 31 days. Their last road game was November 13th at Decatur Central. Friday, December 14th, they're going to be out on the road at Monrovia. Out at Spencer, Indiana, to play the Owen Valley Lady Patriots. And so anyway, Owen Valley is 7-3. Their schedule has been decent. They have 4 of those wins against Class 3A teams, 4 wins against Class 3A teams, 2 against Class 2A teams, and 1 against a Class 1A team. We have 3 common opponents: Greencastle, who beat us 73-45, although we've improved a lot since then, except for tonight. And then Greencastle beat Owen Valley in overtime 60-50. Then both Cascade and Owen Valley beat Brown County. Cascade 44-33 and Owen Valley 54-41, so by a very similar margin. And then Owen Valley beat Monrovia 38-35, and then so Owen Valley beat Monrovia by 3. Monrovia beat us tonight by 3, and granted without Carly Gibbs. Owen Valley, after losing 5'10" senior superstar Peyton Catarini to graduation last season, she's now playing up at IU Kokomo. Owen Valley doesn't have any stars this season, but they do have a very balanced four very balanced players in the starting lineup, led by 5'9" senior Daisy Drake, who leads the team with 11.9 and 2.8 steals per game. In addition, 5'6" senior Abigail Harrington averages 9.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.3 steals, and a team-high 2.9 assists per game. 5'10" sophomore Hannah Comte averages 8.2 points and 5.2 rebounds per game, and 5'10" sophomore Kristen Richardson averages 5 points and a team-high 7.2 points per game. So I think that's going to be about a 50-50 proposition for Cascade to get that one. I think I'll give us a slight edge if Carly Gibbs plays, but I do think we're going to be playing with a chip on our shoulder and taking better care of the basketball after this loss tonight. I think winning those last 3 games, especially after the poor ball handling in the second half against Cardinal Ritter, gave us a little bit of a false sense of security. So hopefully this game was the wake-up call that we needed tonight. Getting back to Rocky Balboa, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So we got hit hard tonight, so now, let's see if we keep moving forward on Friday. I believe we can and will, and that we'll come back to slay this demon and still turn this into a very good season that sets up a great season for the 2019-2020 season, when we'll have Carly Gibbs and Bella Mahan as seniors and Hallie Cansdale as a junior. And anyway, and also don't forget that Friday. I forgot to mention Friday will be a boys girls doubleheader out there at Owen Valley. As our 2 and 5 boys will face the 2 and 2 as our 2 and 5 boys team will face the Owen Valley 2 and 2 boys team in a game that looks like it's very winnable for Cascade. Owen Valley does have 2 wins, but you know. Just pretty solid but unspectacular wins, and they by 18 points over Brown County and 14 against West Vigo, and they also lost by 19 points to Bloomfield, who's a Class 1A team. So if we play our A game, we got a good shot at that one. So anyway, I hope you all will get down there to the lovely community of Spencer. It's not a real long drive. It's our only boys girls a road doubleheader on the season. I just checked out. Actually, it's closer than I realized. It's only 39 miles south of here, so you can make the drive in under an hour. And so go get out there and get a lot of bang for your buck. The 2 varsity games for the price of 1, and it'll be our third doubleheader here on third doubleheader of the season here on AudioSportsOnline.com. It will be my 48th birthday, and usually we do all the home games and just a few select road and neutral site games. I specifically requested this game so I could commentate a Cascade doubleheader on my birthday. So hopefully they'll give me a birthday present of 2 wins. That'll be better than any material gift I could get, unless someone wants to drop me a few $1,000,000 for some film ideas that I have. But realistically speaking, though, that would be the best gift I can get from a birthday. And nevertheless, even if they lose both games, I'll be glad to cover the cadets for 2 games on my birthday, and I hope to see all of you there. And so great opportunity to get out and see a boys-girls doubleheader here. And then after that, Cascade will go on the road a week from Thursday, December 20th at South Putnam, and before returning home 2 weeks from Saturday against South Dearborn. And I think also having only 3 games over the next only 3 games over the next 18 days. That's about a game a week roughly. Will give us a lot of time and practice to polish some of these rough edges as well as we head into the final month of the season and the playoffs. So once again, your final score here tonight at Clayton: Monrovia 39, Cascade 36. The Lady Cadets 3-game losing streak comes to an end. They dropped to 3-7 on the season and finished this 6-game homestand at 3-3. Meanwhile, Monrovia advances to 6-6. Well, this concludes our broadcast. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I cordially invite you to do so again on Friday night at 5:45 p.m. for the pregame show as your Cascade Cadets play a boys-girls varsity doubleheader against the Owen Valley Patriots. Until then, for AudioSportsOnline.com, this is Lec Zorn reminding you there is a difference only you can make.